it would make it so much nicer, you know. What a lovely big field to camp in, or it would be. Absolutely gutted. Yeah, that's bad, that's annoying. Very disappointed, people, very disappointed. Today we're heading to the Duke William pub campsite in Matlock. We'll check out the campsite, the facilities and the pub, and then we'll go for a lovely walk through Matlock Bath, famous for its natural thermal springs, first used by the Romans. Thanks for joining the adventure. Let's start living the dream. Well, first impressions, people. Although, to be honest, it's not first impressions, because I've actually stayed on this campsite before. But I don't think I'm going to enjoy it as much, because before I was in that beautiful field behind us, and this time I'm actually just on the car park, which is really annoying. And they won't let us go in the field because he's going to cut the lawn tomorrow. And to be honest with you, the lawn looks a lot shorter than the last time I stayed. So yeah, I'm literally just on the car park here. So yeah, not the best. Now, it is £10 a night and then £7.50 for electricity. Now, when I stayed before, it was £10 a night, and that was a few years ago. So to be fair, they haven't put the price up in a good 3 years. Yeah, just a bit gutted I can't be in that field, because it would make it so much nicer, you know. But never mind. Yep, what a lovely big field to camp in, or it would be. Yeah, I don't get it. The grass is pretty freshly cut, so I don't get why we can't be on here, to be fair. But never mind, there's only 2 of us campers. Yeah, they do have electric pitches now on here, and when I first stayed there was no electric pitches, so they have improved that. Yeah, I mean, it is just a field. It is quite uneven. There is a tyre here you can sit in and swing on, and that's it. Yeah. But yeah, I'd much rather be camping in this field. I did camp in this spot here before, actually, literally just there. Good view of Matlock behind me there. Well, sort of a good view. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to break this and then ruin it for the kids. So yeah, £10 a night in this field without electric, I think is a great price. And you know what? I think £17.50 with electricity is a great price as well. Now, I do have electricity because it is really cold at night at the minute. We are in April. Yeah, so I have gone with electric, because if I get cold, that messes these videos up and I have to go home, so I have to sacrifice my money a bit. But it is what it is, you know. I've come a long way from home, so I do need to make sure I feel good to make the videos in the mornings. Yeah, gutted I'm not on this field, absolutely gutted. Yeah, that's bad, that's annoying. Just so he can cut the grass. I don't understand why he can't just cut around us. But what do you do? It is what it is. But yeah, very disappointed, people. Very disappointed. Anyway, let's go check out the facilities. The facilities are at the back of the bar, and it's quite a nice pub, to be fair. Yep, so the bins are here just by the car park. I'm assuming there's recycle bins. Hard to say. So we've got a drink and tap there. One big shower room with toilet. I mean, there is a lot of mould around the shower, but that's kind of, you know, the price you're paying. Another big shower room with a toilet. And a toilet on its own. So yeah, that's the facilities. 2 shower rooms with a toilet and 1 toilet. Now, there is a lot of mould around the shower. They're not the cleanest, but at the end of the day, it's a £10 a night campsite. Do you know what I mean? I think the facilities are pretty good for a £10 a night campsite. I've stayed on campsites with worse facilities that were more expensive, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. They are proper showers as well, none of that push button rubbish. So when I came here before, I went in the pub and I had my first pint of Timothy Taylor's Landlord, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really nice pint. Since then, I've had a few in Norfolk and Suffolk, one on the Brandon video, and they just haven't matched up to the pint that I had in this pub. So let's go have another pint of that and see if that's just as good as I remember. Yeah. So I would like to thank a few subscribers who have bought me a beer. Thank you, Elaine and Neil. Thank you, Presley Cook. And thank you, Lady Daisy. But of course I would like to thank all of you. So yeah, cheers for watching, everyone. Yeah, that is a good pint. Yeah. £4.90 a pint, I think it was. Less than a fiver anyway, so yeah, pretty good. So yeah, that was the second best pint of Timothy Taylor's Landlord I've ever had. The first was in this pub as well. So yeah, really happy with that. It was a great pint, and that is a really lovely pub. Yeah, really like that pub. Anyway, can't sit around here all day, people. Got to get out there and live that dream. Gonna head to Matlock, Bath now, and it's about 30 minutes walk according to Google Maps, which does sound about right. So anyway, let's get out there and live the dream, people. Let's roll. Yep, see the cable cars behind me there somewhere. You can get the cable cars up to the heights of Abraham. Yeah, that's quite good. I have done it before. I'm not going to do it again today because I just can't justify spending the money on it. But yeah, you get cable cars up to the top of the peak there, and then there's some like show caves you can go in. It is pretty good. It's worth doing if you haven't done it before. So some say it has the feeling of a seaside village, and I get what they mean because there's so many chip shops everywhere and arcades, and you can smell the chips. Yeah. Yeah, a bit busy for my liking, people. Gonna go check out a little aquarium in a little while anyway. Yeah, there is a nice pond here with some nice koi carp in. Pretty decent. Surprised they're not been stolen, to be fair. Yeah, there's a nice lead mining museum behind me here. That's closed now though, because time is getting on a bit. I have done it before. That's pretty good. Right, anyway, let's go check out this aquarium and see these aquarium fish. There's some nice koi in there as well. I'm looking forward to it. You know I love koi carp. So this passage was built in 1780 to carry the thermal water from its source into a bathing pool, which was on this site. Yeah, there was a little museum here as well. Let's check it out. The spring has a daily output of 600,000 gallons at constant temperature of 20 Celsius. Yeah, pretty decent. That ain't what I'm here for though, I'm here for the koi carp. Yeah, £6.50 entry, so it's not too bad. It is only a small little place, and there's a few little exhibitions we'll check out. Yeah, good sized red-tailed catfish down there. I always get excited when I go to an aquarium and there's a red-tailed catfish. Brilliant. Yep, a swimming pool full of koi. Probably can't pick them up too good on the camera, but there's some really nice koi in here, really good size. £50p to feed them, how can I resist, eh? Yeah. So yeah, this was where the original thermal hot bath was from 1883, but to be honest, I prefer it today. Yeah, brilliant. So this is the hologram exhibition, and that's one of the biggest hologram exhibitions in Europe, apparently. I mean, it's quite small, but it is pretty good. They are a lot better than they appear on the camera. Yeah. Yeah, nice illumination room. Never been in one before. It is pretty good. Yeah, it is only a small little room, but yeah, I like it. Right, anyway, let's go explore more of Matlock Bath. Probably going to go and do a walk along the river. Yeah. Well, luckily it looks like a lot of the crowds have gone now. So yeah, going to have a bit of a river walk along Lovers Walk, just us, eh? Yeah. But yeah, it is a busy place, very touristy, and very popular for bikers. You get a lot of motorcycles down there in Matlock Bath. It is a really nice place. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a bit of Cheddar Gorge, with all the we can't really see them in the background now, but there's parts where it's like being in Cheddar Gorge, where there's like a gorge behind you, you know. Anyway, let's do this little river walk. There's nothing special, it's not going to be great, but something, isn't it? There's like a theme park over there. I can see like slides and rides. I had no idea. Bit late now though, people. Just going to go for a walk along this ridge, along this peak, hill, whatever it is, and then head back. Well, I'm back now, people. And I have got some neighbours next to me now. They're a little bit closer than I would have liked, but they're going to be because we're on a car park. Now, they're not right next to me, as if we were parked together on a car park, but they're still a bit close. I did stop in Matlock on the way back and picked up some lamb steaks for tea. Yeah, going to fry that up with some mushrooms, broccoli, bit of cauliflower and courgettes. That's going to be good. Yeah. So Matlock and Matlock Bath are two separate places. We are in Matlock, and Matlock Village is literally 5-10 minutes walk there. Matlock Bath is 20 minutes walk there. Well, these lamb steaks have certainly shrunk, but we'll see what they're like. They are nice and thick. I'm hoping they're going to be nice and rare in the middle. Yeah, it is nice and rare. Pretty much raw in the middle. Yeah, they are really good. Well, that went down a treat, people. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. A little bit worried how I'm going to sleep tonight, because church bell goes off every 15 minutes now. When I stayed here before, I think it does stop at about 11 o'clock. But also the man is supposed to cut the lawn early in the morning, and the lawn is literally there. And also there is a camper van quite close there. But also I'm sloped down. The camper van is tilted backwards at an angle here. And I have this theory that if I sleep with my feet higher than my head, that I won't sleep well and I'll get a headache. Now, I don't know whether there's actually any truth to that at all, or if that's just something I made up in my mind. I have no idea, but it's a theory of mine. So I always like my head to be higher than my feet. Is there any truth to that? God knows, people. Probably not. But hey, hopefully I'll sleep okay anyway. But yeah. Anyway, cheers everyone. Yeah. Gonna put some YouTube on and relax with some YouTube. Yeah, morning everyone. I actually slept pretty well last night, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I got woken up I think around 6 by the church bells, and I did get woken up by my neighbours leaving, but that was it. Other than that, it has actually been quite nice, quiet and peaceful, so I did sleep pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I do like this campsite in general. I think for location and value for money, it is pretty good. You know, £10 a night, and we are 10-minute walk from Matlock, 20-minute walk from Matlock Bath. There's no other campsites that are within walking distance of both those places. So, you know, it's pretty good for that. And the pub is very nice. You know, it is a great location, and for £10 a night without electric, that's a great price. Now, as far as I'm aware, that is £10 per unit. However, the website doesn't really have a lot of information on the campsite. So it's possible it's per person, but I think it's per unit, but I don't know 100%. So something to bear in mind. Now, I don't know arrival times and depart times. The pub opens at 12, so you have to go into the pub and pay. So I assume you can't arrive until 12, and I'm assuming you're meant to be gone by 12. But yeah, there's not a lot of information on the actual website about that. So Matlock Bath is a great touristy place. Now, there's plenty of fish and chip shops, plenty of like candy shops, ice cream shops, but there isn't actually an ordinary shop. I couldn't find one. But the nearest place you'll get supermarkets will be Matlock. That's closer than Matlock Bath anyway. That is 10 minutes walk, and there's all sorts of supermarkets there. So Matlock does have a train station, and you can get the train to Nottingham, and it does also have a bus station as well, and you can get the bus to Sheffield, Chesterfield, Bakewell, Alfreton, East Midlands Designer and Ripley. Now I'm pretty sure that when I stayed here before I got the bus to Buxton, so it's possible you can get a bus to Buxton as well, but I could be wrong on that. So yeah, it's good for public transport. Now according to Google Maps, the train station and the bus station are both 12 minutes walk from here. So yeah, that is pretty decent really, isn't it? So yeah, annoyingly the grass wasn't cut after all, so we could have stayed in the field. But never mind, that is what it is. I've stayed here before and have fond memories of the place, but you know, sometimes you come back and it ain't quite the same. I mean, to be fair, the campsite actually seems like it's improved. The toilets did seem a little bit cleaner than what I remember. Last time I came here there were loads of pubes in the shower and I had to wash all them out. Now that could have just been the person who used it before me. Admittedly, it looked like someone had been in there who was molten. And this time it was a lot cleaner, and the grass is a lot shorter this time, and there is now some electric pitches. So the campsite does seem like it has actually got better since I last came, and it's just such a disappointment that I'm on a concrete car park when there's an empty field there, you know. But hey, it is what it is. So 2 negatives, and one of course is my pitch, just being on the car park when there's a big open empty field there, and the bins, no recycle bins, or if they are recycle bins, they're clearly not labelled well enough to know. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to pack up now and head off. If you've enjoyed any of this, like and subscribe, catch me on another adventure, keep living the dream, and I'll see you soon, people.